Chơi nhá. Từ từ xem Julie đi đặt vé bao nhiêu. Cái này của mình.
Hi, teacher.
Hi, Charmy. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And you?
Good. Nice to see you again.
Yes,
Hey.
me too.
Good. Hi, Michael. How are you?
Hello, Ms. Rick.
All right. Good to see you too, Michael. Good.
Yeah,
Are you? Have you both had a good week? What about you,
not
Charmy?
quite actually.
Sorry,
I've
not
been
much,
suffering.
Michael.
I've been suffering from math.
Are you? Why are you suffering?
It's too hard. The new
Oh,
lessons.
really? Is it
Yeah.
too hot? Wow. How hot, Michael? How hot?
Well, you know, algebra.
Algebra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the 12th grade one, and it is quite like difficult.
Right. Okay. All right. So you've been busy studying algebra.
Can you help me with us?
No, I'm not good at maths. That's all. So no, not me.
Okay.
All right. What about you, Charmy? What have you been doing this
This
week?
week, I think it's too hot for me, and
Right.
I always have to stay at home and turn on the air conditioner.
Okay. Right. At the moment, I'm doing the opposite. I'm sitting here. I've got the heater on
Oh, yes,
because it's too cold. Too cold here. Yeah.
yes.
Okay. How hot has it been, Charmy? What temperature do you think?
It's about 38 to
Wow.
39, I guess.
Wow. Getting
Yes,
hot. Yeah. Wow. Close to 40. So it's getting very hot.
yes.
Right. Okay. All right, everyone. So let's get started because unfortunately we haven't got long. I will have to finish about 20 to 1. Actually thinking of that, can we maybe change the lesson next week till Thursday, Charmy? How does that suit you?
Thursday at 12 p.m.
Thursday at any time.
Yes, I think I can study it on that day.
On Thursday. What about you, Michael?
Yeah, I'm kind of free on any days on summer.
On Thursday. So what about
Anytime.
okay. What about sometime like Charmy, maybe 11 a.m. say before lunch on Thursday?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Can you decide the timeline? Because I am free with anything.
Great. All right. So maybe 11 a.m.
Yes.
11 a.m. Thursday. How about that, Charmy?
Yes, I think it suits me.
Okay, that's good. Then we can do it for a full hour. Then we
Yes.
can have a full hour. Great. Okay. All right, everyone, let's get
Oh yeah.
started. So, sorry, Michael.
What are you having today so that you have to end the class early?
What am I having today? Oh, I just have to go out and meet a friend at 1 o'clock.
Oh, you're a friendly
Yeah,
person.
have to go meet a friend. So, um, what we are doing today is, let's have a look here. All right, Michael, I just want to quickly look at your essay. Okay, have you seen my corrections?
Yes. Yes, I've
Okay,
seen it.
okay, good. Do you have any questions? I just brought your essay up on the screen now. You should be able to see it. All right. So, Michael, I think sorry, Michael, I can hear some noise, I think, coming from your microphone. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Okay. So I think, Michael, what you are doing is fine, but you can see there are still quite a few mistakes. So I think you need to check very carefully when you finish writing
So yeah,
that
I have a
your
question.
English is correct.
Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
So like, how do you know if you're making a mistake on grammar? Like, it's really hard to notice, and I can't really balance between my vocabulary and lexical resources.
Okay. All right. So what I think you should do is use a grammar checker, okay, when you are writing, when you finish
Can you tell me
writing.
an app?
Well, there's one, for example, when I use Word. So Word has a grammar checker in it.
Uh,
Do you use Word?
yeah, I am using Word, but it's
Okay.
the 2010 version.
2010. Does the
Yeah,
2010 version have a grammar checker?
it doesn't have a correction.
Okay. In that case, maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe you do have to look for some app that you can use. But yeah,
Yeah.
obviously the later version of Word has a grammar checker, so you can check all your grammar as you are writing. But apart from that, it's just I think because your grammar when you talk, Michael, is actually pretty good. So you just need to read it out aloud and think to yourself, how does this sound? Does that make sense?
Well,
If
yes,
you
but
can't use a
like
grammar checker.
here's the problem with me is that sometimes I do know that it might be wrong, but I can't really find a replacement because I think that using like complex vocabulary would be giving me a high mark than just using simple words. Even though I know that you can keep it simple.
Sure. Well, in that
Like
case,
is
in that case, I will correct it for you. I can correct it for you, of course. Okay, so just do your best, and then just obviously read what my corrections are to hopefully help you
yes.
improve for next time. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Charmy, did you have any questions about my corrections for your essay?
No, thank you. But I find it's hard for the new essay you send me.
Yeah.
That I find it's hard to generate the idea. Yes.
Ah, right. Okay.
Yes.
So the new essay is about, actually, remind me, what is the new essay about, Charmy?
It's about
Remind me.
developing countries and developed countries.
Let's have a look here. Ah, yes. Okay. About economic growth has made some people richer. Okay.
Yes.
In both developed and developing countries. Okay. So, first of all, Charmy, what sort of essay is this? What sort?
Uh, I don't really remember the topic, but
Okay. All right. Let me share. I'll share the screen with you. Hang on. You can see the topic. Let's have a look here. Just wait while it's loading. Okay.
it's a two-part question.
Can you see it now, Charmy?
Yes.
Okay. So this is very easy, okay, in terms of your paragraphs, okay? It's not too hard, okay? So obviously in your first body paragraph, okay, you answer this part of the question, why do you think this is? and what lessons can be learned from it. So the sort of thing you need to think about, Charlie, and you too, Michael, okay, is that why doesn't, again, it's to do with money. Why doesn't money make people in developed countries happy? Okay, why doesn't money make people in developed countries happy? It means that what you have to start thinking about is, okay, in a developed country, maybe money is not, doesn't make so much difference to your life as it does in an undeveloped country.
Oh, yes.
Okay, that kind of thing. All
Yes.
right.
Well, I do have that idea, but
Yeah.
technically I can't really say much about it because I think it's more of a political problem than just themselves.
Perhaps, okay. Remember, in a developed country, okay, and you can look this up. By the way, you can both look this up online. Okay, you can put this
I mean, I
question
prefer to do
onto
it by
line.
myself.
You can, but you can also, at this stage, because you are practicing, you are okay to look this up online, Charmy.
Yes.
Okay, and see the sort of ideas it will come up with for you. Like if you put it into Google or into something like one of the AI search engines, if you have access to that, okay?
Yes.
And see what sort of ideas it comes up with and then write about it. That's fine because remember, at this stage, you are practicing.
Yes. Okay, and
All right.
I understand it.
Okay, so does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't want you to sit there for half an hour and think, oh, I can't think of any ideas. Better to go online and look up some ideas, which will then help you in the future. Okay,
Yes.
when you come across a topic like this. Okay.
Yes.
So what I'm trying to say in short is I don't mind where you get your ideas from. Okay. I just want to see you write about them. Does that make sense, Michael?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's great, Michael. If you can think of your own ideas, that's great. But you are welcome to look it up online. It doesn't matter. By the way, these topics that I'm giving you have come from a document Mrs. Ha has given me about predictions for what might be in the IELTS test this year. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, so that's why I'm giving you these topics. So does that answer your question, Chami?
Yes, I understand it.
Great. Okay, good. So, any more questions before we start?
No, thank you.
Okay, Michael, any more questions? Oh, it looks very red light, Michael. Okay, looks like some sort of nightclub.
It's more like a escape room for me.
Yes, does. Looks like an escape room. Okay, so first thing we're going to look at just briefly is maps, because you mentioned last week you are not so sure about maps. Okay, so I just give you a quick bit of revision about this, and then we will do talking, all right, for the rest of the lesson. So you should be able to see, okay, the map information on your screen. Okay. Can you see the two maps, Chami?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. So this is task 1, of course. Writing an answer for a map, if you get one, is pretty much the same as writing any other task 1 essay, in that you still need to paraphrase, okay? Paraphrase the title, which is this, okay? You still need to do an overview, and then you still do the 2 detail paragraphs. So using POT still applies to maps. All right. It's just what you are describing is slightly different. That's all. So, like I say, your first paragraph would just be a paraphrase of this. Okay. And I will show you an answer. And then I will get you just to fill in the missing words. All right. As practice. Okay. So you can see here, this here is the paraphrase. Okay, this part here, okay, in this answer is the overview, although they haven't made it into a separate paragraph. All right. So all the overview has done has said what the island, and this is an island, looks like originally. Okay. And the second part of the overview is what it looks like now. So as usual in the overview, what you are looking for is just changes, the big changes. Does that make sense, Charmy?
Yes.
Okay, so you can see your overview, for example, would be something like, it can be clearly seen that in the first map, um, you know, the island is completely undeveloped. Okay, all you can see is bare land and a few trees. However, in the second map, you can see that accommodation has been built, also a restaurant and a pier. Okay, so that is
Yes.
your overview paragraph. So again, all you're doing in your overview paragraph when it comes to a map is you point out the main changes. Then in your detail paragraph, of course, you will go into the changes in detail. Does that make sense, Chami?
Yes.
Okay, does that make sense to you too, Michael?
Yep, it is.
Okay, good. All right, so we're going to go quickly through this. I want you to fill in the missing words, okay? Chami, I will ask you the first one. Michael, I will ask you the second one, okay? And to make it even easier, Chami, okay, I have
Yes.
a list of choices here for you.
I choose the third one is illustrate the changes.
Correct. Okay, the maps illustrate the changes that have occurred on an island due to the building of facilities for tourists. Very good. Okay, Michael, I will show you
Yes.
the choices. The island originally,
Um.
quite a few choices, but only one is correct.
Oh, wow, that is a lot of choices.
So the island originally
Consists
something
of.
just palm trees. Correct.
Consisted.
Consisted of. Correct. Good. Okay, Charmy, your turn next. Okay, can you read this just the first sentence, Charmy, please?
Yes, the island is approximately 200 meters long with a small beach on the.
Okay, I'll show you the map again. Okay, so you can see where the beach is. All right.
Yes.
Okay, now look at the choices.
Uh, can you show me the map again, please?
Yes.
Okay. I choose western tip.
Let's have a look here. Correct. On the western tip. Very good. So, of course, remember with maps, you have to remember where north, south, west, and east are. Okay?
Yes.
All right, that is important. Good, Charmy. Correct. Okay, makes sense to you, Michael?
Yes.
Okay, can you please read from this sentence, Michael? Now though.
All right. Now, though, there is an abundance of places to stay in the form of 15 beach huts.
Good. Abundance, Michael. What does abundance mean?
Means many.
Correct. Very good. In the form of 15 beach huts, something circular pattern.
Okay, this is a bit
Little bit tricky, I know. Little bit tricky, and also because you can't see the map. I'll show you the map again. Okay. Okay, so you can see the beach huts in circular
okay.
patterns. Okay, what do you think the word might be? Form of 15 beach huts, something circular patterns.
Uh, is it in the south?
I'm sure I just wondered if they made a mistake with this. Hang on.
Yeah, probably they did. I don't know what to answer at this point.
Yeah, I mean, the best answer, and I don't think it is correct, is this, situated in, but that's not really good English. The word that I think they should use begins with A. Michael, can you guess what it is? In the form of 15 beach huts, something circular patterns. AR. AR.
Arrange.
Correct. Good. Arranged in circular patterns. Make sense to you, Charmy?
Yes.
Okay, arranged in circular places. Okay, we'll see if the next one makes sense. In the center of the island, and Charmy, your turn. In the center of the island, and in the center of the island, and where else? Center of the island, and what are our choices? Oh yeah, I can see the answer there.
I think it's traverse, but I don't know what this word means.
Not traverse. Okay, traverse means to go across something.
Yes.
Okay, so not traverse.
So I think it's this area.
In the center of the islands and this area is not correct, Charmy. Have another go. Look at where it is on the map. In the center of the islands and in the center of the island and okay, it's over here, okay?
Yes.
So it's talking about this group of huts is in the center of the island, and this group of huts, sorry, is where?
I don't really know about this answer.
What part of the island is it? What direction, Charmy?
It's in the west.
Correct. Okay.
Yes. I thought it must have been be a noun.
No, in the center of the island and to the west.
Yes.
And to the west. Okay. Traverse means to cross something. I could say in Hanoi, it is very difficult to traverse the road.
Yes.
Okay. But I wouldn't, because that's not really how you would use traverse, but that's what it means.
Yes.
You usually talk about it when you're going across mountains or land. Just means to go across.
Yes.
But I could say that about traversing the road in Hanoi, but that's too formal. I would never say that, but that's what it means. That makes sense? That's what traverse means. Okay, Michael, your turn.
Yep, back to me. Hello?
Yeah, sorry,
Hello?
I will show. Okay, so these two sets of accommodations, there's also a new large restaurant. Okay, restaurant. Okay, two sets of accommodations. What do you think the word is, Michael? Without even seeing the choices, I can guess what it is. Begins with B.
B. Between?
Correct. Where's it gone? There. Okay, between.
Yeah, it's the first one.
Yeah, between. Correct. Yeah. You see, the restaurant is between the two sets of accommodations. Okay, Charmy?
Yes.
The restaurant is between the two sets of huts. Next one, Charmy. Situated something is a T-shaped pier for ships to dock. Situated.
I think it's in the south.
Let's have a look. Correct. Situated in the south. Good, Charmy. You're getting the idea. So remember, these are the detail paragraphs. So all you're talking about is using directions just to say where everything is located. Okay, so the two groups of huts, the restaurant, the pier, okay, and the beach. Okay, we'll finish this in a moment because I want to get on to talking. And sailing boats, Michael, sailing boats are now evident in something of the sea.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know it's a bit awkward. I know I'm having to go up and down.
Yeah, it is a bit confusing
Yeah,
because
it is
I
a bit
didn't really
confusing. Now I can't make this go where I want. Sorry.
Okay, I can't really see the solution. I can't really see the answer. Like the
Now
choices.
evident in sailing boats are now evident in the. I can't actually see any sailing boats. Oh, here they are.
The west tip?
It's in the south. Okay.
Oh, it's the south.
Sailing boat. Remember, this is the south. Okay. West, east, north. Anyway, I'll stop this now because it's a little bit confusing. But hopefully, hopefully I haven't confused you anymore. Charmy,
The board is spinning.
Yes.
Charmy, does this make sense to you now?
Yes.
How
I
to
understand.
answer a map? Okay,
Yes.
so you still use pot. Okay, paraphrase this. All right, do an overview of the main changes. Then all you do is go on to describe the changes using the language of location, such as north, south, east, west, in the middle, okay, at the bottom, at the top, to the side, that sort of thing, okay,
Yes.
for your detail paragraphs. Good. Make sense to you, Michael?
Yes, Mr. Ray.
Okay, good. All right.
Are we going to the speaking now?
That's generally how to do a map. Yes, we're going to the speaking now. Okay. Okay. Michael, can you please read the question?
Which question?
Okay, you should be able to see. Sorry, please
I
read
did
your
see it.
task.
I do see it.
Yeah.
Okay, describe a sport that you only have watched before but have not played yourself.
Yep, keep going.
What should say? Is it grammatically correct?
Is what part grammatically correct?
You should. Oh, wait, I misread it. You should say, what is it? When you watched it, where you watched it, who you watch it with, and explain how you felt about it.
Okay, good. Yes, it's all grammatically correct, Michael. It is.
Yeah, I mislooked.
Right. Okay. All right. So describe a sport you have only watched but have not played yourself. This is a sample answer. Okay. This is a sample answer which I have read and I think is a little bit too complicated. It's more like a speech than you actually describing a sport. But this
Yeah,
does give you an idea of the sort of thing that your answer should cover. Okay, so this is how you might start off. Charmy, can you please read this sentence?
Yes. One sport that I have only watched but have never played myself is rugby.
Good. Okay. So then the person goes on to talk about rugby. Okay. First encounter. Encounter means, I'll just give you a few quick, maybe new words to add to your vocabulary. Encounter means the first time I saw it, my first encounter. To encounter something means to meet it. Okay. You can encounter a friend of yours on the street. You meet them. To encounter is a very formal word, just means to meet something or someone. All right. So this person is saying the first time they encountered or they met rugby was during the Rugby World Cup. All right. And they talk about how it was an unforgettable experience. Okay. All right. And then it goes on to describe, okay, how they were watching it on TV. All right. You can use phrases like this. Have you seen this before, Michael?
Yes, electric atmosphere.
Electric atmosphere. That's a good one when you want to describe how exciting the atmosphere was. Okay, Charmy?
Yes.
Okay, this is a collocation, all right? Or what's the other word I'm trying to think of? Clump of words, clump of vocabulary. These words often go together when you're trying to describe something that's really exciting. For example, Charmy, the music festival that you told me about a few weeks ago,
Yes.
okay, had an electric atmosphere, okay,
Yes.
is one way how you can describe how exciting it felt. So electric atmosphere is a good chunk. That's the word I was trying to think of, a chunk of vocabulary.
Yes.
Okay, electric atmosphere is a good phrase to remember when you want to say that something was really exciting, had an electric atmosphere. Okay, then the person goes on to talk about how they felt, when they were watching rugby for the first time. All right. Also, if you want to talk about how exciting something is, you can use a phrase like this. Can you read this for me, please, Charmy?
The match kept me on the edge of my seat.
Correct. On the edge of your
Edge.
seat is another way of saying that something is really exciting. Does
Yes.
that make sense, Charmy?
Yes.
Okay. It kept me on the edge of my seat. The movie was so exciting. It kept me on the edge of my seat. Okay. It means that you were sitting up. Okay. You weren't lying back half asleep. Okay. If you are on the edge of your seat, means you are sitting up and paying complete attention.
Yes.
Okay. Does that make sense to you, Michael?
Yep.
Okay, so that's another way of saying that something is exciting. Kept me on the edge of my seat. Okay, and this again is another chunk, all right, or collocation that something left a lasting impression. It means it left a very strong memory in my mind. Does that make sense, Charmy?
Yes.
Okay, something that leaves a lasting impression. Again, this is another chunk or collocation of English words, something that leaves a lasting impression. So again, Charmy, you could easily use that for the concert, the festival you told me about. Okay,
Yes.
I was so happy to have gone to this music festival with my friends. It left a lasting impression. It means I will remember it forever.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I want you both to do this for me. All right. So as usual, you will both get a minute to prepare. All right. Michael, you can go first.
Yeah,
So
can I go right now? Like, do I have to go right
well, I'll give you a minute, okay, Michael?
now? Yeah.
To prepare, okay? Just like it's in the test. All right. So Charmy, you get even more time to prepare.
Yes.
Okay, Michael, the clock is ticking, okay? I will tell you when the minute is up. And what I will do, this is going to be a little bit different this time, both Charmy and Michael. I will actually stop you when you say a wrong word, okay? So you will prepare to do this like you are going to do it in 2 minutes, but I will actually stop you. So don't worry about the 2 minutes, okay? You can both speak for 2 minutes. Okay,
Yes,
you are both good at this.
So are you
Okay.
gonna stop like when I made a mistake or when
Yes,
I
was. Yeah.
do it?
So okay, so I am not worried about you speaking for 2 minutes. Okay, I know you both can speak for 2 minutes. I've heard you both do it. What I'm more interested in is you speaking correctly. Okay, Michael, are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, please start.
So one sport that I have only watched but I have never played myself is the ice skating. Well, I used to watch it when I'm 10. It was an interesting.
Okay, sorry, Michael. When I was 10.
Okay, when I was 10.
Keep going. Yep.
It was an interesting sport since seeing people skate around an ice field while playing with the, I don't know, the hockey. Yeah, while playing with the hockey and trying their best to score a goal. Well, I don't know why they can do it because its ice field is so slippery and it's hard to move in such environment. And I used to go there and watch it with my parents since I have no other people to go with. Eventually I feel like this sport is a very interesting one, and if I had a chance to, and if I can try this sport, then I might have ambitions with this sport. Well, to this, for example, if I can go and play with a professional player on an ice field, then I might have an habit or a new hobby for ice skating.
Okay, Michael. So this is good, Michael. Okay. Your tenses are correct. Okay. And your grammar is correct. All right. I haven't had to stop you. No mistakes. What I think, of course, I need for your talk is like the guy has done, this person has done here in their talk. They spent quite a lot of their talk describing what they saw at the ice rink. Okay. All right. And how they felt. All right. So when you're talking about any experience, you need to describe what you are looking at and how it made you feel. So, for example, if you go to the ice rink with your parents, you did this a little bit. You said, it's very cold and it looks very slippery. On the
Yes.
ice, there were, I don't know how many people. Maybe there were 20 or 30 people. They were skating around. Some of them could skate quite well, but others, they were obviously just beginners. They would stand up and fall down, then they would stand up and fall down again. And the ice is very hard, so I was a little bit worried that maybe they would hurt themselves, but they seemed to be okay. But some of them were trying to practice ice hockey. What that involved was getting a small, it's not really a ball, is it? But they were hitting this thing with their sticks, okay, and trying to score goals with it. Okay, it looked really difficult to me because as well as trying to control the ice ball, okay,
It's a plate. It's a flat plate.
Yeah, it's a flat plate. It's actually called a puck, by the way. P-U-C-K. P-U-C-K.
A puck.
A puck. But if you can't think of that, just call it an ice hockey ball. Close enough. Okay?
Okay.
Right? Okay. So does that make sense, Michael? See how I was doing it? I was trying to describe in my mind, okay, what it would look like to see the ice rink, how cold it feels, how slippery it looks, what people were doing on the ice rink, how some of them were skating okay, but some of them were falling over, getting up again, and then some of them were trying to play this game. And this is how the game worked, from what I could see. Okay?
Yes.
So you need to describe it in detail.
Here's a problem.
Yeah, sorry, Michael. Not about what you might like to do in the future so much, about maybe playing with a professional. Okay, just describe from in your mind what you can see. That is the way to do this. All right. Question. Yeah.
So here's a problem. I was told that my ideas are overflowing, and I'm trying to keep it in shape.
Yeah.
So and this is what happened. When I tried to keep it in shape, I just started to talk all over.
Try to keep it in shape. What do you mean by that?
Would mean that I won't be overflowing with ideas and just talk over time every moment.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. So I still go back to the idea of you just describing the scene in front of you, as in what you can see and what people are doing. Okay? So that's quite simple. All right.
Yes.
Okay. And then for you, Michael, that's all you need to concentrate on. So then not, like I say, getting ideas about what you might like to do when you go on the ice, because you can easily, I think, spend 2 minutes just describing what you have seen in front of you.
Yes, it is.
All right. So that's all you need to concentrate on, and then practice by yourself doing this for 2 minutes. All right.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Michael. Charmy, thank you for being patient, waiting patiently,
Okay.
Charmy. Of course, I
Yes.
expect you to be better now, Charmy, because you've heard what I've said to Michael about how to do
Yes.
this. Okay. So again, Charmy, like I said, I'm not worried about you talking for 2 minutes because I know you can do it. I'm just going to stop you every time I need to correct something. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Charmy. Whenever you're ready, please start.
Okay, so I'd like to talk about a sport that I have already watched before but have never had a chance to play it by myself. Is football. Also, I have watched several football competitions, but although I have watched several football competitions, I have but sorry, let me try again.
Mm-hmm.
Although I have watched a lot of football competitions, the one that impressed me most is the football competitions that happened in the AFC Cup 3 years ago. It was really captivating and is the competitions between some Asian football clubs. So this this sport is quite popular among Vietnamese people. So I remember that time my family gathered to watch that sport together, and we had many lasting memories. Uh, I remember that the football players had to run around uh, the stadium for up to 90 minutes. And I
Sorry, I'll
guess they,
just stop you, Charmy. Instead of saying we had many lasting memories, you would say it gave us many lasting memories. Okay?
yes,
It
yes,
gave us many lasting memories.
yes,
Okay? Please keep going. Sorry, you were talking about they have to run around for 90 minutes. Go on.
yes. I remember they had to run around the stadium for 90 minutes, and I guess they were really exhausted and very tired. But I still saw them. I still saw an energy that they place, and they always like keep up the energies without any
Sorry, Charmy, I still saw an energy. I still saw
like
an
they were very energetic and
yes, they were
yes,
very yeah, that's better. Okay. I saw you don't even need to say I saw. Okay.
yes,
The players were very energetic.
yes,
Good. Keep going.
yes.
The players were
The
very energetic.
players were very energetic, and every time they gained score into the pitch, my house was full of like is full with an electric atmosphere. My parents cheered, and they had a satisfactions of the winner they win.
They had the satisfaction. They had the satisfaction of watching their team win.
Yes. Yes, they had the satisfactions when watching their team win.
Hmm.
So I guess this sport brought me a lot of memories with my families, and also uh, I'm just a girl, and before I didn't have any interest in this sport, but since I watched this competition, I had a knack for playing football, and I want to try it in the future if I had a chance.
Okay. Good, Charmy. Good. Okay. Good. So yeah, that would easily be 2 minutes, Charmy. All right, that you would
Yes,
talk for. So, like I thought, you both of you have no problem filling in the 2 minutes. All right, it's just choosing what to describe. So that was good, Charmy.
yes.
Okay, how did you find that?
Um, I think because this topic isn't family enough for me. Talk
Right.
about sports
That-
and football. Yeah.
So again, this comes from Mrs. Ha's document about what questions they might ask this year. Okay, so
Yes.
you might get this question. All right,
Yes.
you might get an unfamiliar question. So of course, you have to be prepared to talk about anything. All right,
Yes.
anything. So as I've always said, the best way, and you did it there, is to talk about some experience that you have
Yes.
had. Okay, and this experience was just talking about watching a sport with your parents.
Yes.
All right. So you don't even need to talk much about the sport. You just talk about the experience of watching it with your parents.
Yes.
Okay. Because, like you say, you might know nothing about whatever sport is mentioned. Okay. But you can talk about the experience of watching something with your parents and how there was an electric atmosphere because your mum and dad, they were really excited as the game went on, and the game was very close between the two teams. But we were watching Vietnam win, and we really wanted Vietnam to win because Vietnam don't always win, and they were getting so close to winning. And the closer it got to full time, the end of the 90 minutes, the more tense we felt because Vietnam were winning, but they were only winning by 1 goal. See what I mean? So
Yes.
I'm talking
Yeah.
about the feeling that I had, okay? Not so much about the sport itself, but that doesn't matter because it's still connected to the sport. Does that
Yes.
make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so that's good. So again, what I'm trying to reinforce is just talk about something that you know about that you can relate to the question. So in this case, you're talking about how the family together all watched some sport game. In this
Yes.
case, just happened to be football, but could be anything.
Yes.
Okay, good. Does that make sense to you, Michael?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. So sorry, everyone. It's 1:45, so I'll have to go now. This time goes too fast. Okay.
Yeah, it is a bit too fast.
45 minutes goes too quickly. So I will do an hour with you next time. Okay, which will be much better. All right.
Maybe I have a plan for this. Maybe next lesson we only focus on one skill, and then lesson after focus on the other skill.
We can, although we see Charmy, for example, is doing the test soon in a few weeks. So just trying to give her experience, okay, in as many things as I can before she does the test. That's why. That's why we did 2 things today. But yes, normally your suggestion would be good, Mike. Okay, but that's why I'm trying to cover several things for Charmy. Okay, because she hasn't got long to study. Okay, so I look forward to reading your next essays sometime. As I say, please feel free to go online and look for ideas for this. Okay? Like I say, I don't mind where your ideas come from. I just want to see how you write about them. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, does that make sense, Charmy?
Yes.
Okay, does that make sense to you, Michael?
Yes, it does.
Okay, good. All right, so I look forward to reading your essays sometime next week. Okay, so lovely to see you both.
Yes, goodbye, teacher.
Okay, I hope you both have a happy weekend. Michael, I will see you on Sunday.
Sunday? Oh, yeah,
Sunday.
we have a class on Sunday.
We have a class on Sunday. Yeah.
Okay. Goodbye,
okay.
Mr.
Until then, have a good weekend. You too, Charmy.
I won't.
Okay. Bye-bye.
I won't.
Bye.
Goodbye, Mr.
Bye-bye.
Have fun.
You too.